Montessori method of education is based on self-directed activity and hands-on learning. This is a child-centric education. This method mainly focuses on the complete development of a child, that is, emotional, mental, and intellectual development. It also focuses on the independent learning. This method of education was developed by Maria Montessori. She was an Italian educator and a physician. She believed that each child has an inborn potential and ability to develop in an environment of love and freedom. Montessori education has many principles. They are principle of individual development, principle of freedom, principle of self-education, principle of muscular training, principle of sense training, principle of no fairy tales, and principle of no material rewards and punishments. Benefits of Montessori education. Montessori method of education has its own benefits. There are many benefits like children learn independence, they learn at their own pace, children are more excited to learn as it is based on their own interest. It also makes real life connection through senses. Self-correction and self-assessment are an integral part of Montessori education. It also develops their social and emotional skills. This is how a typical Montessori classroom looks. In the Montessori classrooms, an ideal environment should be set up for the children to be engaged in activities. All the materials should be easily accessible to the children. Children make choices in the learning, and the teacher has to offer age appropriate activities to guide them. The children are free to select the activities on their own. When we walk into Montessori classrooms, we will see children of different ages working together. We might also see an older child helping a younger child to accomplish his task. This multi-age classroom is fundamental to Montessori method. Here, the child are divided into multi-age groups. This type of classroom helps in leadership skills and social skills. Montessori curriculum is mainly divided into 5 main areas. They are language, maths, cultural, sensorial, and practical life. Now, let us see what each of the curriculum stands for. Practical life activities help the child to develop concentration, sense of order, and independence. It also improves their fine motor skills, which are required for reading and writing at later stages. Practical life activities teaches the children about self-care and care for environment. These are generally everyday activities. The materials used for these activities should be familiar, real, and functional. The child should be able to relate to the activity easily. Language curriculum in Montessori focuses on phonics, letter recognition, reading, and writing. The Montessori material mainly used here is sandpaper letter, where the child will be able to trace the letters on the sandpaper. The sensorial and practical activities help the children to gain the required muscle strength for writing. Mathematical curriculum mainly focuses on numbers and number relationships, abstract concepts. The practical and sensorial activities prepare the children for the easy learning of maths. All the materials are designed in such a way that the concepts can easily be incorporated into the child's mind. Cultural activities provide children an opportunity to explore the large world. The children will be able to easily relate to the outer world that surrounds them. Areas studied under this curriculum are geography, zoology, botany, physics, earth science, and social studies. Sensorial curriculum is the main philosophy of Montessori method. According to Maria Montessori, a child is a sensory explorer. With the help of sensory materials, child will be able to classify things around him. Sensory activities help the child to distinguish between objects of different sizes, shapes, texture, weight, temperature, smell, etc. Now let's see about various types of sensorial materials and different types of senses taught in this curriculum. Visual discrimination teaches children how to differentiate between various forms, colors, sizes. Some of the materials used for this activity are pink tower, color tablets, cylinders, and red rods. Tactile sense is about touch sense. Touch is a very important part of a child's cognitive development. It is about how things feel like when you touch them with hands or bodies. Is it soft, smooth, rough, or hard? Stereognostic sense requires a person to identify an object without looking, smelling, or hearing it. It is like finding an alarm clock in a dark room without being able to see it. This can be done by placing different objects in a cloth bag and ask the children to find out. Baric sense is taught by Baric tablets, which helps children to find the difference in weight. This is about teaching children difference in temperature. Most practical way will be like how we dress ourselves according to the change in weather. Thermal bottles can also be used for teaching the children about this sense. Olfactory sense is the sense of smell. Children develop this sense by sorting and matching objects based on smell. We can also help them to learn the difference between strong and faint smells. Smelling bottles are used for the development of this sense. Gustatory sense develops the taste buds by tasting and trying different varieties of taste. Everyday meal times can be used for achieving this sense. This helps in developing the sense about variation in colors. Children get to know about primary and secondary colors and they learn to enjoy the difference of colors. Till now we have seen what is Montessori, the principles, benefits and different materials. Now we'll be seeing certain Montessori inspired activities which can be done easily at home and with the help of didactic materials. These activities will focus on motor skills and high coordination, sensorial and practical skills. We'll also be seeing certain activities which are used by occupational therapists to improve the muscular strength in children. To start with Montessori activities, we need to first create an environment. A place for everything and everything in its place is a key principle of Montessori. We have to place all the materials in easily reachable place, step tools to be used when necessary. Mostly the things should be placed in a low shelf. Rotate the toys or books weekly so that the child doesn't get bored. Focus on inner motivation and not reward. Child-sized furniture to be used. Create sensory trays for developing the senses. Age appropriate and child safe materials are to be used. Positive disciplining should be done instead of shouting or yelling at kids. Parents need to be a keen observer to notice where the child's interest lies and what difficulty the child faces. Based on the child's interest, activities has to be done. Hope all of you would have got a fair knowledge of what Montessori is about. Now it is time to move on to activities. Let's focus now on activities for 0 to 3 years. This child age group will be messy. They won't be like fully performing the activities for perfection. Let it be. Do not force the child. Let the child enjoy the activities. The first activity is spooning grains. Materials required are 2 containers, spoon, and either pulses or cereals. Invite the child to the spot. Show the child how to transfer the content from one container to another. Observe the child as she performs the activity. This activity helps in invite the child to the spot. Show the child how to transfer the content from one container to another. Observe the child as she performs the activity. This activity helps in independence and concentration. It also helps to develop the movement and hand control required for manipulating a spoon. Various variations can be done to this activity like involving different sizes and shapes of containers and spoon, changing the content and also with tweezers. This is pouring water activity. Materials required are a water bottle, 2 or 3 glasses and a cloth to wipe out the spill. Water pouring activity develops the movement required to pour water. It also improves the muscular coordination, independence and concentration. If the child spills water, kindly demonstrate how to clean the spill using a cloth. Child will definitely enjoy this activity. Various variations can be done by transferring water using funnels, ink fillers, and dry pouring can also be done. This is a sensory search activity. Materials required are a container, small objects that are to be kept hidden, and rice or beans. The sensorial such activity is great for enhancing the sensorial skills for children, especially the young ones. Let the child play freely in the rice so that they can get to know the texture of rice. And as the child finds out each object, let them move their fingers gently over the object so that they will get a feel and touch of different objects. Also, it can be like enhanced with mixing different kinds of cereals or pulses along with rice, and for visual enhancing, different colors can also be added. This enhances their visual sense, their sensorial skills, and the ability to feel and touch objects. This is a scoop and transfer activity. The metals required are a container, water, objects, cloth, and a filter or a small fishing net. Here I have placed few blocks which the child can put into the water and then start finding out and taking out the object using the filter, and then carefully placing them into the plate. Give a cloth to clean the spill of the water. This enhances the hand-eye coordination and the finger grip, and also the muscular strength of the hand and fingers. Now let us see some of the practical life activities. Folding cloth is one of the practical life activity which helps them with fine motor skill development and independence and concentration. It also makes them ready for the mathematical concepts like squares, lines, and other geometrical concepts. Once a child masters how to fold a small piece of cloth, we can ask them to fold the daily use of cloths like socks, handkerchiefs, small t-shirts or shirts. All these practical life activities helps the child to develop responsibility, and then they get to know about different everyday activities. Some of them will be washing a table, folding clothes, using of fruits, sweeping and folding of mats. Let the child do the activities which are of interest for them. Here is a list of some of the practical life activities that can be tried at home. Please try it and let me know how it went. Keep rotating the activities so that the child doesn't get bored. For kids, we can place different tasting food items in different containers for the child to taste and see how each food tastes. This helps them to identify the food related to the environment. Next activity we are going to do with Montessori material, cylindrical blocks. There are 4 different blocks with different dimensions. At initial stage, 1 block is enough. Once a child masters how to use the cylindrical blocks, and each blocks can be introduced. Now ask a child to pick a cylinder from the hole completely, and again teach the child to place the cylinder inside the hole. Let the child play individually, pulling out the blocks and again placing it. This helps them to understand the mathematical concepts and the visual discrimination in dimensions. It also helps in the fine motor skills, which helps them to hold a pencil at the future stage. View an activity that can be enjoyed at home. Take balloons and fill it with different items you find in the kitchen, that may be like salt or some seeds or mustard seeds, whatever it may be, and ask the child to touch the balloons and segregate it based on the texture. I hope it will surely be an enjoying activity, and let me know the feedback tomorrow. Hi, how was the balloon activity? Was it fun? Did the child enjoy? Hope both you and the child enjoy the activity. Now shall we move on to some more activities? Yes. In a single container, place the objects together and a few small containers for the child to keep the sorted out objects. A blindfold can be used if the child is cooperative, and you can ask the child to sort the objects based on color, texture, or we can also ask the child to segregate it based on the taste. This will give a variation of sensorial activities, and various senses can be activated. Here I have placed some of the nuts and dry fruits for the child to segregate it. This is a very fun activity which children will love. This can be easily done at home with different vessels with different sizes, shapes, ladles, spoons or sticks. So here I've placed different containers and now the child is exploring the sounds. This helps in developing the hearing sense and also in discriminating between the different types of sounds. This helps the child to identify an object just by hearing the sound. For this age group of children, practicing the strokes or standing line, sleeping line is very important because for the next year, the curriculum will be of writing the alphabets. So we can make this achieved by using crayons, clay, or making them trace in salt. Now it's time for homework. Ask the child to trace the lines with a favorite color of crayons. This is also one of the pre-writing activity. Let the child use paintbrush to trace the lines. Let's make this activity fun. Ask the child to place each one of these strokes with some of his favorite dals or pulses or even peanuts can be used. Gross motor skills are very essential for this kind of group. That gives them balance in walking, running, and using their muscular control effectively. I have put down some 3 activities which can be done at home when the child is bored. The first activity will be walking on the bubbles. The child will definitely enjoy this as when walking the sounds will be coming, and the next will be like draw a line within which a child can use a vehicle to ride, or he can even use a toy car or some sort of toys. Third one will be like draw different kinds of shapes in a chart and ask the child to walk on the same shape. For example, you can say circle. The child has to step on circle on each chart. Let me know how this activity was. To conclude, I have given some of the Montessori toys that can be used for this age group. Please have a look at it. Hope all of you would have got a fair knowledge of what are the activities and toys that can be used for 0 to 3 age group. Next week we shall see the activities for the higher age group children. Thank you. Kneading the dough activity has lots of benefits even though it may seem to be a simple activity. The children can be asked to knead the dough, and this activity helps in strengthening of wrist muscles, and rolling the dough into different shapes enhances the flexibility of child's fingers. Montessori activities also teach the children about grace and courtesy. The child has to observe the social structures in order to be at ease in the environment. Greeting a person, saying polite words like thank you, please, and how to introduce about oneself, offering help, how to hold a door for someone. These are some of the qualities that Montessori focuses on.